That's proper warm. I've just been sitting out in the tent for 5 minutes. But my new pens. Need a pen pot, don't I, really? Well, I think I might ring the police in a minute to report Clarion. I think it needs to be done tonight. TV. Oh, my mate's got a TV aerial for me, apparently. I thought instead of buying these mop things, I can just attach my own. Tell you what, I forgot all about Clarion and the old bill. I want to do that in the next half hour, and then I'll update you what they said. Clarion Housing are going to get arrested for theft. I'll tell you what, it's so hot. I could end up in the tent tonight. So hot. Just charging me new drone. Took it out for a spin. Well, it's like a dream. So that one don't end up in the water. Well, to be honest, I'm quite glad it went in the water, cause at least it didn't hit anybody. And I got a new drone anyway. So. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely a bit humid, I think the correct word. And I'm going for a bin man job. The main bin depot's where I fly my drone. I went in the security out today. I said, have you got any bin man jobs going then? They take on every 2 weeks. So I'm going to inquire, give me a number. I think being on the bins is quite good money, but I'm going to look at it. And the good thing with the bin men, it's like job and knock. So that's why the bin men are always running about. Because as soon as they get finished, as soon as they go home, I think I could do that quite easily. But we'll find out. We'll find out what the money's like. I'll obviously have to get some kind of nose plug, I reckon. Don't you? Being on the bins. There's no way I'm going to get used to them kind of smells, but I can quite easily breathe out my mouth. But yeah, apparently they take on every 2 weeks, which I thought maybe that many people start it thinking I can do this, but then physically can't do it. Especially in this heat, but I think I'll be alright because I'm always mooching about with backpacks on and people that know me. I've cycled for years with big weights on my back and that. I might be like an old man at 54, but I still reckon I can give some of the young whippersnapper bin men a run for their money. Yeah, we'll see what the money's like. I've got these other crews as well that go about with the orange push-along ones, and there's like a crew of them, but I don't know whether I think I'd prefer to be in the truck. I ain't too sure, but we'll see what they've got going. Yeah, keep looking at a new bin man and all that fluorescent stuff. But yeah, give me something to do, innit? There's a few things I'm going to be doing. I've got this really nice air freshener. It's called Pure Clean Linen. It smells like you've just dived in the tumble dryer and sniffed your sheets. Useless fact for you. Anyway, it's all good. In fact, things are going really well. And I knew I wouldn't. I was kind of hoping Clarion wouldn't email me, because then it's the police now. I'm going to do that within the next half hour. We'll get the ball rolling. Because I spoke to the police girl 2 days ago. She said, give them 2 days, then come back. I've got so much evidence on them, man. It's unreal. They've really put their foot in it. Especially because of my ADHD and that as well. They're supposed to give people with disabilities extra time. Well, they've given me an hour. Morons. If they've thrown it all away, well, there'd be compensation and costs. See, we're now going from civil into criminal, like I said. And you watch, I'm exactly right. Clarion are in a lot of trouble now. And every time I've run it by the police girl, she said, yep, just keep doing what you're doing, do this, and then come back to us. So I've done what they've told me to do. And the good thing about being a YouTuber is everything in my house, is on my videos. That's what I love about YouTube, man. The fact I just do music, but I blog as well. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what's going on in my life. And that's good, because people then can't come along and say, no, he's just fucking made that up. And I say, well, if I've made that up, look at my YouTube. 3 months ago, I'm talking about it. Do you know what I mean? It's a very good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very good thing to do, record stuff. I can't believe I said to Charlotte today, I said, is there anybody's name on the end of these emails, or does it just say Clarion? And she went, Marcy Pepper. To be honest, they should arrest Marcy Pepper for being a complete bitch, to be honest with you. And being nasty to people with fucking ADHD and stuff. But I'm one of the lucky ones, do you know what I mean? I've got no learning problems, so for 13 years I've been telling her to fuck off. Even got threatened by a judge, going to put you in prison if you say the F word again. So I told them to fuck off as well. Do excuse my English. Yeah. I've got them now. I've got them. They're going to have their day in court. You know what I mean? They had their day, now I'm going to have my day. So the thing is, I've got Kent Police behind me and fucking the social services. You're just not allowed to throw people's belongings away or do anything with them. It's out there, clear as day. Yeah, they give me an hour. And I've been living there 54 years. Crazy. But that Marcy Pepper, if I was a girl, man, I would have kicked her straight in the, you know what. Don't know whether that hurts though. But yeah. Obviously I can't do anything to her. But yeah. And it all started, you know, when I first met Marcy. She thought she was going to meet someone with learning problems, and I haven't got any with my ADHD and ASD. I'm high functioning. She thought she was going to meet another person who was mute, not saying nothing. Well, she was completely wrong. The day she left my house that day, I called Clarion and I said, I want to make a complaint about Marcy Pepper. I said, really, you shouldn't be pushing her out to people that have got autism and ADHD. I said, if you've got learning problems, she's going to do you already. And straight up after that, boom, they're on me. 13 years. Just kept going. Could have dragged it out a bit longer, possibly. It's all good. That's why she's saying we can't have your stuff, because of Marcy Pepper. Well, I don't give a fuck about Marcy Pepper. And nor does the law, do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I've got a few things in store for Clarion. But I won't say no more. Don't want to give the game away, do we? But yeah. I can't believe that Marcy Pepper's still got a job, man. To be honest with you. It's a good job my old man still ain't about, mate. He'd have told her to fuck off as well. Crazy. Especially because I brought all the social workers in. I went, look, can you not watch what's going on here? So I think, I just want to check it's not my brain. And they came back and said, no, it's definitely not your brain. They've ignored everybody, Clarion. Even people they're supposed to communicate with. It's crazy. Yeah, I wish I was a girl, man. Punch her right in the chops. But unfortunately I'm not. So. If you think about probably the harassment and alarm she's probably caused people who've got learning problems and all that, I can only imagine going through what I've gone through for 13 years if I had learning difficulties and that. Then again, I might not understand. I think that's what she likes, people that just don't understand. And I understand everything. I understand that Marcy Pepper has been key to fucking harassing me for the past 13 years, but it don't matter now because I'm going to ring the police in a minute and I'll come back on here and I'll tell you exactly what's going down. And I know what's going down. Clarion are going to get arrested for theft because that's where it goes into now. You know what I mean? We crossed the line. The police girl said, give them 48 hours to get back to you. And they haven't got back to me, so there we go. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? That'll shock her. That'll shock them. Because I've been fairly quiet throughout the whole of this. But my brain's been ticking away because I'm looking at the end game, which is now. And the thing is, You're all out of time, Marcy. And I'm just about to win on penalties. Do you know that? Fucking. I just like people to roll over, man. I ain't rolling over for Clarion Housing. I'd rather live in a fucking tent, in my tent, and roll over for them mugs, to be honest with you. Do you know what the first thing they did when they got him, took over? Cut all the help to the OAPs. See, we used to be a little housing association. And why is it only now I'm having issues with them? I've been there all my life. I'll tell you why. Because I used to be number 2 in the queue, and I went from being number 2 in the queue to number 332 in the queue. What they did, we were just Tunbridge and Malling, and then Clarion took over. It was London, Essex, and then they roll out fucking Marcy Pepper. And Charlotte was there that day as well. I've got to say, the social services have been brilliant. I think they was waiting for me. I think they was all waiting for me to kick off. Do you know what I mean? Come round with the police, and I was gone 2 hours before all that. That's probably jarring then, man, because years ago I just got in trouble. But I'm not now. I'm thinking about it, and I've got them. I've got them right where I want them. And I had opportunities, people. I had opportunities to go around there with some relatives of mine, and literally just rip the fucking walls out and get me stuff. But I said, no, we don't want to be doing that. I'm going to do it this way. But yeah, that was an option. And also, when we went in for the hour, I did ring the police the night before and say to the police girl, what happens if I refuse to leave? I said, I'm not burgling it, am I? I'm just trespassing. She said, the first thing we would ask Clarion is, how did Philip get in? And they would say, we let him in. And that's it. The police would go, oh, we can't help you. See ya. It's civil. Obviously, if I boot the door in, I'd be burgling the house to get my own property back. I laughed when they said that to me. I really did. I said, well, I'd like to see the fucking that in front of the judge. I don't know. Coming round with the old bill. I've already complained about the old bill. I said, it's a civil matter. Why did they? See, I'll tell you why. Because they thought I'd be kicking right off. But I'm far from that. And as it goes, I've landed in quite a better position. I'm glad I left. Because to be honest, I'll get along wherever you throw me. You can throw me in Liverpool, you can throw me in London, you can throw me in fucking Scotland, wherever. I'd get along, do you know what I mean? Just charge me phone, then I'll call the police. I would let you all listen live, but obviously for legal reasons, I'll have to doctor. Well, I'll tell you what's going on, but I know what's going on. We're going to be making a report of theft tonight. They're going to be coming around, getting all my evidence, and then boom, we're off. I show Clarion Housing that they ain't the fucking ones with the brains, man. They don't know where I am. Crazy. I've got so much evidence on them. Yeah, theft, eh? The minute of close of business today at 5 o'clock, it flicked from a civil matter into a criminal matter, basically. And it made me laugh when I asked Charlotte. I said, look, is there any names at the end of these people, these emails you've been communicating with? I said, does it just say Clarion? She says, no, Phil, it's Marcy Pepper. And I just laughed. So did she. See, she's still pulling the strings, man. No, it's not giving me stuff back. Crazy. Got a good mind to go up their office in London, and fly my drone fucking all over their building just to piss them off. Then you'd have the Clarion security coming out. They can't do anything anyway, the security. They can't even touch you. They can't even put a finger on you. Not that I'd be doing anything to warrant removing anyway. All I want's my stuff back, man. Or a bit of justice. And I've got to go round and get my mum's roses out. I'm going to dig them out. I'm going to tell Clarion I'm coming around and dig some stuff out the garden. And I'm also going to tell them that they can't cut the willow tree down because it's a protected tree. Maybe they got the chainsaw out already and cut into it. Plus, the things that went missing from my garden, I know who took them. So I'm going to be knocking on his door. Yeah, can have a little visit to Hadlow. And I know exactly who I need to be fucking punching right in the nose as well. It's a small place, Hadlow, do you know what I mean? Fucking. Plus he messaged me on Facebook, which gave it away. It's good to go on the rob, do you know what I mean? You don't message the person you're robbing, do you? So it's saying, are you coming back? And when I put it right on him, he went, well, he won't be fucking doing that when I see him. Crazy. But yeah, there's a couple of people in the village that'll be getting a bit of karma. But I won't say who they are or whatever. I'll also publish a bit of this bullshit that's that my neighbour and that told Clarion. But then again, that's the only neighbour I've ever fell out with, so it's so obvious. Never mind, it's all good, I'm not bitter. In fact, I'm quite looking forward to the phone call in a minute. What is it, 101 or is it 111? I don't know, I get the NHS and the police mixed up. Kent Police, eh? Normally coming after me. In my younger days, I was always fucking ducking and diving and running about and jumping bail. Got the fan going. What's that, Marcy? Moaning about my electrics? Well, look at that, look. Oh, she also put down I was holding electronics. Little does she know about me electronics and me pots of gold and copper and all that. I was showing my social worker. Yeah, I got that going actually. But yeah. Marcy Pepper's got shit for brains, man. Accused me of being a hoarder. You know what I mean? I've been diagnosed with a couple of disorders, but being a hoarder isn't one of them. Fucking. In fact, I showed Steve this, look. My pot of gold, which I had to take with me. No way I was leaving that behind. See, I bet they've thrown away all my metals and that are worth loads of money. But it's all good, I'll be charging them for all of it. See, what we got here? Here's a box of gold. So when Marcy called me a hoarder, little did she know that I actually do micro scrapping. Which is why Why have we got all of this, look? All of this gold, look. Processors. Loads of stuff. Because I go to Paddock Wood with all my bits and bobs. Yeah, I got called a hoarder. No, Marcy, it's not hoarding. It's called electronic recycling, love. It's probably a bit over your IQ level. Because let's remember, you got shit for brains. I'll tell you what, I had some fucking stuff in there. They're gonna have to pay a lot of money. Might look like scrap to them, but I know what the electronic value of it is. It's a good job I haven't been near the house, because workmen in there are saying with the door open, I'm going to be bursting in, man. I'm going to be bursting in. Grabbing my stuff, I don't care about the fucking workmen. I'm fucking throwing out the window. Fucking... Sorry, I'm a bit... I'll get the police called down in a minute and I'll be a bit more okay. It's just that it jarred my brain when Charlotte said it was Marcy. So she probably got my email then, saying you've got 48 hours to get back to me by close of business. Otherwise I'm taking it further. Didn't tell her what I was doing, but we're taking it criminal. Quite easy. Accusing people of hoarding. Yeah, if I was hoarding electronics and not doing anything with them, then I might be a bit of a hoarder, but... And so what if people do hoard a few things, you know what I mean, and take things to bits? What the fuck's it got to do with Marcy? Just because she hasn't got the intelligence to fucking do it. Going right into one about Marcy, isn't I? But she started it all, though, people. She started it all. 13 years, man. And I never told her what she wanted to hear. They keep grinding you down, threatening you. Oh, the judge has said if you swear again you're going to prison. Well, I said we can tell him to fuck off. How about that? We're going to give you an ASBO and I rang me solicitor, a criminal one. And he just laughed. He said they don't even do ASBOs anymore. Honestly, you wait till this is over, I'm going to be releasing a lot of material which will just make you laugh. In fact, I've really got to run it past the solicitor that deals with that kind of thing, because I've never read so much bullshit in all my life. Yeah. But never mind though, because karma, we've all done wrong things and we all get a bit of karma every now and again. But yeah, I just do good things now, so I don't get any karma. I've had my karma. People out there that done loads of bad shit, you do get your karma in the end. Anyway, I'm going to get another drink out of here. I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to ring the police and get that done. I reckon. Just debating whether I need any more cold drinks. I might dive to the shop. And the shop owner's pretty daughter's on tonight. I was talking to her outside about her car. Indian girl. Right. Got any dough? We need no hoarding tonight, people. Good job my records was all there, man. Well, exactly, mate. I've got loads of stuff. They're lucky my vinyl was all good in there, because I would have gone up to Clarion I'd have probably knocked a few people out, to be honest with you. See, that's all we've managed to get out was me decks, me records, and a few bits of clothing. It's a joke, man. But the police are going to know. Well, they know anyway. But I'm going to dive to the shop. I'll be back on in about an hour, and I'll give everybody an update on what the police said. I don't know what it's going to be. But the ball's in my court now, not theirs. They thought, oh, we'll just wash our hands of Phil. Well, it don't work like that. Anyway.